Coach B, I'm going to turn it over to you.
All right. Speaking of questions, here at the end of the towards the end of the little session here, we're gonna have some trivia questions for you. So you'll have an opportunity to Daniel will call on you. You can unmute, answer the question, and then mute it back, and then we'll go through a few of those, see who knows their trivia on some golf. But welcome to the second session of the Birdie class, the virtual class here. So once again, Birdie level is all about goal setting. So we're working on setting goals and the things we have to go through to achieve those goals. So we'll continue to work on those. Make sure you have your yardage books with you. That kind of helps. If you got a piece of paper and a pen with you, that always helps as well, just in case you have to jot down some notes, things you might need to remember, things that you could be doing. So recapping last week, we're going back to the respect and the responsibility, making sure that we're showing our parents that we are responsible young men and women, and we clean up after ourselves. We help out around the house. We're keeping ourselves extra clean, washing our hands a lot to make sure that we're staying super safe and make sure our families are staying safe as well. Being respectful of one another, being kind to our siblings, very important. So make sure that we're doing all that. So this week's core value is going to be honesty. And being that we're talking about setting goals, one of the biggest people you have to be honest with is yourself. You know, you have to be honest about your skill level and where you are. And then once you're honest with yourself, like, you know, I really need to work on chipping, then you can set a goal for becoming a better chipper or driver or putter or whatever it is. But you need to be honest with yourself first. Our healthy habit this week is your mind, because your mind is one of your most powerful weapons that you're going to have, especially in golf. I used to always joke that golf is 90% mental and the other 10% is mental. So you can see how important having a good mind is. You have to think positively, and then you're going to get better results that way. You want to focus on one specific shot at a time. Shot that you hit 3 holes ago no longer matters. That's history. You can't go back and change it. Shot that you could hit in the future, it's not here yet. So the only shot that matters is the shot that you have right now. So when you get to the ball, you should ask yourself, what am I going to do with this ball on this shot? Because that's the only shot that matters. You know, the only way you can go back and change a shot that you had 4 holes ago is if you have a time machine. And I don't think any of you have that. If you did, can I borrow it? I'd like to borrow. No? Yes? No? Okay. Well, since we don't have time machines, we're stuck with the shot that we have right now. So let's go ahead. We're going to get up. I want everybody moving. I'll have a little challenge here for you in just a second, but we need to get going. So we're going to work on the jacks for the warm-ups. We got jumping jacks, slide jacks, and slap jacks. So we're going to do 10 of our standard jumping jacks. All right, here we go. Ready to go. Go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, we're going to do 10 slap jacks where we go out to the side, really expanding our chest here. We're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And now we're going to do slide jacks. So your feet are going to go back and forth this way, and you're going to go opposite. So when my left or my right leg goes forward, my left hand goes forward. So we're going to go back and forth like this. Okay, here we go. We're going to do 20 of those. Make sure you're doing opposites though. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Okay, so that's getting our opposites going there. Real important. When we run, we need to go opposites. So when my right leg goes up, we're doing like this so we can run better. So it's real important for developing our coordination. And now we've got the plank challenge. Last episode, I wasn't too good at this. So the Eagles were pretty awesome. I think the majority of the Eagle class held out and did this the whole time. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to solve a Rubik's Cube, and you're going to hold the plank until I'm done. So this is your plank challenge for the week. I want to see how many of you can hold the plank that long, and I promise I'm going to be super fast this time. So if everybody gets down, gets ready, gets in the plank, I'm going to shout done when I'm done. All right, everybody ready? Here we go, and go. All right, I promise I'm going to be quick this time, Last time I was not quick. It took me like 4 hours to get it done right. Poor kids were falling out everywhere. Not good, not good. Come on, let's see who can hold it, see who can hold it. Work hard, squeeze those abs. If you want to hit the ball farther, you need stronger abs. Really important. So make sure that everybody is getting those good, strong abs. All right, yeah, we're cranking through here. Looking good, looking good. Everybody looks like they're doing great now. All right, keep it up, keep it up, keep it up. Keep it up, keep it up, keep it up. Come on, I know it's going to start to burn there for a little bit, but you got to hold in there. You got to hold in there. If you want to hit it farther, you're going to have to suffer through a little bit of pain. No pain, no gain. All right, here we go. Hang in there. Daniel, if they all fall out, let me know, because I'm actually going pretty fast here today. I'm going to get this thing solved really quick.
We're all doing pretty good so far.
Good. Good. That's what I like to hear.
Coach Sheila's crushing it.
Man, she's just awesome. I wish I were that good. Oh yeah, I'm getting closer, getting closer, getting closer. Hang in there, folks. Getting closer, getting closer. All right. Awesome, awesome, awesome. And good. Okay. All right. Everybody good there? Hop on up. Here we go. Let's get started with the lesson. I know everybody's probably nice and tight in the abs there, feeling stronger. Yeah, that's what I like to hear, what I like to see. So I'm going to raise this up a little bit. All right. Okay. Rhythm. We're going to talk about some rhythm today. Now, I have no rhythm when it comes to dancing, but I do have some rhythm when it comes to swinging a golf club. I'm going to move this guy right over here. All right. Now, so if you don't have a golf club, that's fine. You can actually just swing back and turn your hands through here. So when we talk about rhythm, it's important for you to understand what your best rhythm is going to be. There's some people that swing better when they swing with a smooth, slow rhythm. There are people like, they're major championship winners, Jose Maria Olazabal, who was from Spain, and Nick Price was from South Africa, and they had a really fast tempo. So they go back and through super fast. So what you want to do is find out which rhythm works best for you, because everybody's different. Everybody has different body tempos. Some people are real quick twitch. Some people are kind of low, long and slow, kind of like me. I like swinging long and slow because I'm kind of slow. So real important for you to understand what your tempo is. So what I suggest you do when you go out there to the driving range, whenever you get a chance, when we finally can get back out there, I want you to take one club and hit 3 shots. One with a long, slow tempo, one with a medium tempo, and one with a super fast tempo. It's really, really, really important for you to understand which one's going to work best for you. Because if you find out that a really fast tempo works best for you, then that's probably going to be awful. If not, then what you want to do is swing slow and go from there. Now, oops, I'm going to come back over here before I start this other game. One other thing you can do, notice I've got a sun on my hand right here, little sun right there. So what I want to do, this is my lead hand. So I'm a right-handed golfer, so my left hand's my lead hand. So I can turn my hand so the sun faces up, and I can turn it so the sun is down. If everybody wants to stand up and do that, sun's up, the sun is down. So this is rotating my forearm, and I can do this faster and faster. Now, I can add a club to this, and I've got a fancy little sun on the face of my club right here, and I can hold it out in front of me, and I can go sun up to sun down. And once again, I can do this slow, and I can work to do this faster and faster and faster. You see how fast that club really starts moving? That means I'm going to hit the ball really far. So work on that, sun up to sun down, and start slow, and then go faster and faster and faster. It's going to help you hit the ball farther. Now, if it's going for a right-handed golfer, if it's going really far left, you might be making the sun go down a lot faster. So you might want to hold off on the sun going down just a little bit. Or if it's going way right, you may be a little late turning the sun down. So you got to figure out which works best for you, but keep working on that. Hopefully that's going to help you. I'm going to give you a game to play. I made this funky little setup over here. Got some boxes, even got a real small one over here. So you can make up something like that at your house as well. Take a club. Let me drop this down a little bit. Drop it down a little more. There we go. So I can take the same club. Got the ball here. And what I'm going to try to do is work on direction. So I'm going to get here. I'm going to try to hit the ball. Oh, right to the first one. They're not too bad. They're not too bad. Now I've got this on a little tee here because I don't want to mess up my back patio. So I got it in the first one. Then I'm going to try again. So one of the important things when we're chipping is my feet are always going to be relatively close together. I don't want a real wide stance when I'm trying to chip. So feet are closer together. I'm turned actually a little forward with my shoulders. Hands are ahead. I'm going to swing back, and I'm going to turn through. Now notice I didn't flip the club. My hands stayed ahead the whole time. See, the club's way back here. So I move back, and my hands go forward first. If the club head goes forward first, usually that's not too good. What I'm going to do here, I'm going to try to make it in maybe the higher one up here. All right, I got it in two. So you can challenge yourself. Make something up like that at your house so you can work on direction, distance, and how high and low you can hit the ball. Real important that you understand those things so you can do, better at chipping out there and get the ball up and down a little bit more. Oh, let me raise this guy back up. Oh, there we go. All right, sun up to sundown. Now we're going to talk about. So I was right there. I was hitting probably a little pitch shot. So on the birdie test, when you guys are trying to go from birdie to eagle, these two questions are two of the most missed questions ever on the birdie test. The difference between a chip and a pitch. So a chip is something that flies in the air for a very short time and spends most of the time rolling on the ground. So it's a low shot that gets on the ground and rolls most of the way. A pitch flies in the air the most way, so it's a little bit higher and doesn't roll as far. So think of pitch like a baseball pitcher. They pitch the ball flies mostly through the air. If a baseball pitcher has the ball rolling on the ground most of the way, they're not going to be a pitcher for very long. So think of it in those terms. That's the way I remember things. So a pitch is mostly in the air, so it's a high shot that goes up, lands soft. A chip is low, and then it runs along the ground. So make sure you get this right on the test. And the other question, now please remember this, any shot that is meant to get the ball on the green is an approach shot. It could be a tee shot, could be a fairway shot, could be a bunker shot, could be a chip, a pitch, whatever. Any shot meant to get the ball on the green is called an approach. So an approach, a chip, and a pitch. Those are the three most missed questions on the birdie test. So now that you know the answers to those questions, you should not get them wrong. So every year when I grade tests and I get to those three questions, I'm just like, oh, no, I went over this. Please, please, please get them right. Really important. So trivia questions. Oh, boy. Okay, so Daniel's going to be calling on people. So raise your hand in your window. He's going to spot you out and see if you know the answers to these trivia questions. First one. What tournament gives you a green jacket if you win?
Masters.
Masters. Boom. Who said that?
Me. I'm Amaya.
Okay. Mia Maya? Your name's Mia Maya? That's pretty cool.
No, Amaya.
I'm kidding. Okay. So next question. Make sure you raise your hand on the screen. Who has won the most green jackets in history?
Jack Nicholas. I can't raise my hand on the screen.
No, you just hold your hand up like this so I can see you so I can call
Oh.
See, like this?
Nicholas, you got an answer?
Is it like a guy that wins a lot in the Masters?
No, like who had won the most green jackets in history? And Mia Maya there was correct by saying Jack Nicholas.